Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Statement. Today I'll be teaching you how to knit this beautiful neck warmer or cowl. Rosi is for the set with the hat that I did last week. It's very easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I do make videos in Spanish and English. So if you're receiving a Spanish video and you want to see it in English, look at the main page of my YouTube channel that you will find the version of the video in English as well. To make this neck warmer or cowl for the matching set with my Rosi hat, this is the leftover yarn that I have that I'm going to use. I use them in another projects plus in the hat, and I still have this one. To this one I had to add a little bit more because I knew the leftover from the hat wasn't going to be enough for the neck warmer or cowl. And I hope it is enough now, otherwise I'll have to get a new ball to put together. They are loops and thread, wool like, simile lane, 100 grams when they are a full ball, 620 meters, 85% acrylic, 15% nylon, and super fine one. And they are like a small ball, but they are very, like a lot of yarn in it. So the color of this one is pink. Don't look like pink. I know somebody told me that looked like purple. I said, well, and the ball of yarn is a pink, so I say pink. Green and red. So I'm gonna have plenty of these because I hardly use any of these for the hat. You're gonna need a 4.5 knitting needle, a marker, tapestry needle, and scissors. I'm gonna weigh this ball of yarn, that way you know the amount of the yarn I'm gonna work with. I have 51 of the pink, 60 of the green, and 30 of the red. So I have enough of these to make probably like 10 hats. That's how little yarn you use from this one. This one you use more because it's the one that you use the most. So we're going to start by casting on our stitches, and we're going to cast on 72 stitches plus 1 like we did for the hat. The only thing that for the border of the hat, we start with the 4mm knitting needle, so this will be just a little bit, not a lot, smaller, and with the 4.5 it will give a little bit more of a stretch, a little more space. So you're going to need as well the graph. I already left a picture for the hat last week, so if you don't see it, just send me a message and I will post it again in my Facebook page and in my Instagram, but it will be there. You can scroll down and you will find it. You can copy it, you can take a picture with your cell phone, or you can just look at it and do it yourself on a piece of paper, okay? So it's a very easy graph or chart, okay? So let's start casting on our stitches. We're gonna start leaving the tail long enough to cast on our stitches. I do it long tail cast on. You can do whichever way you find the easiest for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. 18 and 18 is 36, 36 and 36, 72, plus a little extra for the 73 and a tail to loose. You're gonna do a slip knot. And remember, I'm working with my 3-strand yarn, but if you don't have this type of yarn, you can work with any medium 4 yarn, 100% acrylic, 100% wool, a blend. Don't have to be this one, okay? So you're gonna start by casting on your 73 stitches. I will meet you here when I have my 73. Once you finish casting on your 73 stitches, you're gonna work one row of net 1 and pass the purl without working. Net 1, pass the purl without working. But before you do that, make sure that you tie a knot and here to secure the first stitch, okay? So with your open work, I'm gonna do a tubular cast on. So you're gonna net the first one, yarn to the front, and you're gonna pass the purl without working. Yarn to the back and net, yarn to the front, a purl without working, yarn to the back and net, yarn to the front, a purl without working, yarn to the back and net, yarn to the front, a purl without working, and like that you're going to continue all the way until the last stitch. Then you're going to end with one net. I finished the round. Now we're going to close our circumference, and you have to make sure that this is not twisted, and you will have that nice stitch for the outside. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to pass the last stitch to this needle in order to place the marker. I'm going to place it back. Now the first stitch that I did, that was a net. We started with a net, finished with a net, but we're going to remove the last one. We're going to pass that one and then this one before the marker. I'm going to pass it over that one and take it out. It will be big, but once you bring these two together and you pull this one, that one will make sure that this is even and with a nice finish and nice and tight when you pull the working yarn. So now we're going to do the opposite of what we did in the first row. The first row we worked the net and passed the purl. Now we're going to pass the net and work the purl. So that first one was a net. We passed it without working. Now yarn to the front. You're going to purl this one. Yarn to back as to net, and you're going to pass that net back through the front strand like a purl. Yarn to the front, a purl. Yarn to the back as to net, and you're going to be moving your stitches, and you're going to pass that net without working. Yarn to the front, a purl. Yarn to the back and net without working. Yarn to the front, a purl, and yarn to the back and net without working. And like that you're going to continue all the way around and you're going to finish with a purl. I finished that round. Now we're going to do a 1x1 rib. We're going to do a twisted rib that is working the net stitch through the back strand. Usually we do the net from the front to the back, but this time we're going to grab this back strand and just knit the stitch like that. And just by doing that, that stitch will be a twisted rib. And the purl, a regular purl, the net through the back strand. A purl, and the net through the back strand. Remember, usually the net is from the front strand, from the front to the back, and that's a regular net. And by doing this in the back, you create just a little bit different twisted rib. Okay, so like that you're gonna do this entire round. Okay, I finished the first round. at the 1x1 rib. Now you're going to continue with that twisted rib, working the net in the back strand and the purl as a regular purl, the net and the back strand for 1.5 inches of rib. And after that we'll be working with the chart, and 1.5 inches is 4 centimeters. Don't have to be exactly 1.5 inch. It can be a little bit more, a little bit less. Okay, probably a little bit more than less. You don't want this to be too narrow. So I will measure here when I have the width that I need. I have my 1.5 inch. Now I'm gonna work with the green, and we're gonna do 3 round of the chart with the green. Okay, so I'm gonna pass the pink and here, and I'm gonna start working with the green, all these stitches. After you do this first round, when you get to the last stitch before the marker, you're going to tie a knot with the tail and the working yarn. That way you close the little gap in there, and then you will work 2 more rounds with the green. That will be 2 and 3, and then in number 4 I will meet you here to work with the 2 colors. Okay, but now you just have to knit 3 rounds, and it's regular knit, okay, through the front strand like so. I finished those 3 rounds with the green. Now we're going to start at number 4 with 1 green, 2 pink, 1 green, 2 pink, 3 green, and a 3 because you're going to finish with 2 and start again with 1. The sign is until here. You see, it's really 1 green, 2 pink, 1 green, 2 pink, 2 green, and then you start again with 1, and that's what creates the 3 in here. So you're gonna finish with 2 in here, and it will be 3 at the end. So we're gonna start with 1 green. I have the pink in this finger, it's ready. So you start with 1 green. Now you're gonna do 2 pink, 1 and 2. You're gonna do 1 green, and you see the space in behind the stitches, and now again you're gonna do 2 pink, open those 2 stitches, and now you're gonna do your 2 green to finish those 8 plus 1 to start number 1 is those 3. Okay, so you're gonna do the repetition from the 2 pink to this 3 green over and over, and you're going to finish with 2 green. So again, now you open those 3 stitches, and you're going to do 2 pink, open those 2, do 1, 2 pink, and now you're going to do 3 green. Like that, you're going to continue all the way until the end, and like I said, you're going to finish with 2 green. Once you finish number 4, you're going to work in number 5, and it's very easy. 3 pink, 1 green, 3 pink, 1 green, 3 pink, 1 green, and so on. I already worked this little piece in Spanish, so we're going to start with, at the beginning you're going to start with 3 pink. So 1, 2, and 3, open those 3, and you're going to do 1 green, 3 pink, open those 3, and 1 green, 3 pink, And like that you're going to continue all the way around, 3 and 1. Remember always to open those 3 stitches, that way you have a nice strand inside. We're going to work on number 6, and it is 2 pink, 3 green, 2 pink, 1 green, 2 pink, 3 green, 2 pink, 1 green, and so on. It's like number 4, but in different places the green stitches. So I already did this section with the Spanish, so now we're gonna do 2 pink. It's exactly the same when you start, 2 pink, open those 2 stitches and do 3 green, 1, 2, and 3. Open those 3 and do 2 pink, 1 and 2. Open those 2 stitches and do 1 green. And there you have your 8 stitches. So like that you're going to continue all the way until the end, and you're going to finish with 1 green. Number 7 is 1 pink to begin with, and then 5 green, 3 pink, 5 green, 3 pink, 5 green, and so on. So you start with 1 pink and you'll finish with 2 pink. So I already did this section in Spanish, so you're going to start the first one with 1 pink. So in here, 1 pink, and you're going to do 5 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to open those 5 stitches, and right on the tip of the needle you're going to do the first one in pink, and then you're going to do 2 more, and those are the 3. So again you open those 3 stitches and you're going to do 5 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to open those 5, and in the tip of the needle you're going to do the first one in pink. And if you look, when I do my first one pink, I hold that stitch with my finger, that way when I'm going to do the other stitch I don't pull that strand and make the strand inside here shorter. Okay, so you do the other 2, and then again you start with 5 green, and like that you're going to continue, and you're going to finish before the marker with 2 pink. Remember, it's 3 and 5. We're going to work on number 8, and it is 1 pink, 1 green, 1 pink, 1 green, 1 pink, 1 green, 3 pink, and again 1 green, 1 pink, 1 green, 1 pink, 1 green, 3 green, and so on. You started with 1 pink and finish with 2. So I already did this section here in Spanish, so I'm going to start from the first 1 pink, 1 green, 1 pink, 1 green, 1 pink, 1 green, and now you're gonna do your 3 pink are on top of these 3 pinks. Okay, you see? So you're gonna do your 3 pink, 1, 2, and 3, and like that you're gonna continue again. Now 1 green, pink, green, pink, green, 3 pink, and so on. And this is the last round that you're going to work with the green, and then will be the pink and the red. Now we're going to work on number 9. I already cut this one, and I'm going to pass the green to this side because I'm going to weave it a little bit. This part is going to be a little bit more fiddly, but if you don't want to do that, You can leave the green one there and lose that tail later, but I want to weave it a little bit because it'll be easier for me later. And at the same time, we're going to start with the red, so that's why it's going to be a little more fiddly. So we're going to start with 2 pink, 3 red, 5 pink, 3 red, 5 pink, 3 red, 5 pink, 3 red, and then at the end you're going to finish with 3 pink. So, and here I'm going to pass this through those 2, the green and the red, leaving a tail here for losing later. And then I'm going to yarn over and lift that and just bring out the pink. So the next one is another pink, and they're trapped in here. So now you're going to do three red. I'm going to leave the pink in here, and with this hand I'm going to do the 3 red, and I'm going to bring in here. That way I can trap that green as well. 1, 2, and 3. You see, I left that green and it's trapped in here. Now you have to do 5 pink. You want to leave the red in that place, and now with the pink you're going to continue trapping the green. So open the stitches, come here and start 1, 2, you see I go under the stitch, lift it, 3, leaving the green in the back and only bringing out the pink, 4, and 5. I'm gonna leave the green in there, open those 5 stitches, grab the red, remember open them really well, and again you're going to continue with the red doing 3. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to leave the green. I don't need to weave the green anymore. Now I'm going to work just with the red and pink. Open those stitches, those 3, go to the tip of your needle and do your 5 pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open those 5 and do your 3 red. Always at the tip of your needle. 1, 2, and 3. Open those 3 and do your 5 pink, and like that you're going to continue until the end. Okay, I finished the round. Now number 10 is the opposite, but we're going to start, instead of 2 pink, we're going to start with 1 pink and then 5 red, 3 pink, 5 red, 3 pink, 5 red, and then you're going to finish with 2 pink. So I did a knot with the tail of the red and the working red, so it is secure the stitch. So you're going to start with 1 pink, with the tail out of the way, and you're going to do 5 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to open those 5 stitches and you're going to do at the tip of your needle, grab the red in there, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to open those stitches and you're going to do your 5 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You open those stitches, and now you want to work in your 3 pink. Remember, it's 5 and 3. This time is 5 red, 3 pink. Number 11 is 1 pink, 2 red, 1 pink, 2 red, 3 pink, and then again 2 red, 1 pink, 2 red, and so on. So I already did this first one in Spanish. Now in English, you're gonna do, it's like from the beginning, 1 pink, always open your stitches, 2 red, open those 2, all your stitches, 1 pink, 2 red, open your stitches. Now you're going to do 3 pink, exactly 1 pink on top of each pink, and like that you're going to continue all the way to the end. So now you do 3 pink, and then 2 red, 1 pink, 2 red, 3 pink. You start with 1 pink and you finish with 2 pink as well. Number 12 is 2 red, 1 pink, 1 red, 1 pink, 2 red, 1 pink, and start all over again. 2 red, 1 pink, 1 red, 1 pink, 2 red, 1 pink. So you're gonna start with 2 red, open those 2 stitches, 1 pink, 1 red, 1 pink, 2 red, and 1 pink. And like that you're going to continue this round, and you're going to finish with 1 pink, okay? We're going to work in 13, and it is exactly the same as 9. You're going to start with 2 pink, and then 3 red, 5 pink, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 3 red and 3 pink at the end, okay? So the repetition is 2 to start with, and then after that you start 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, and at the end you finish with 3 pink, 3 red and 3 pink at the end of the round 13. So I already did this one in Spanish, so make sure when you start here you finish with 1 pink and the next 2 are pink, so you open those 3 pink to do the 3 red, okay? So I'm opening those 3, but I still have to do 2 more to start with. So you're going to start with 2 pink, and then you're going to do 3 red, 1, 2, and 3. Open those 3, and again in the tip you're going to do now 5 pink, 1, 2, 3, move your stitch around, 4, and 5. Open those 5 stitches and do your 3 red. Remember, when you do your 3 red, I lost this, let's try it. On the tip you hold the first one, that way when you do the other 2 you are not pulling on the long strand of those 5. You open those 3, and again you're going to continue with 5, and like that you're going to do 5 and 3, 5 and 3, and you're going to finish with 3 pink like so, okay? So we'll have only 1 more round. It will be 14 with a red, and after that we'll continue with the pink, and we're almost done our flowers. We're gonna work in the last round, and the last round 14 of the color work is 3 and 1. 3 pink, 1 red, 3 pink, 1 red, 3 pink, 1 red, and so on. So and here you finish with 3 red, and you're gonna start with 3 sorry, you finish with 3 pink and you're gonna start with 3 pink, so you will have a 6 space stitches, but I don't want to trap it because it's just one more, just one more than my usually 5. So 1, 2 and 3, and you see I have 6 stitches to bring the red. So bring your to the tip of the needle, open those 6 stitches and grab it here, put your finger, take it out, and do now 3 pink. 1, 2 and 3, open those 3, and you're gonna do 1 red, 3 pink, and open those 3 pink and do 1 red, and like that you're gonna continue all the way to the end, and you're gonna finish with 1 red, and that's the last round of the color work. I finished that round and we're done with the red. Now I'm gonna weave a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is do this round with the pink and go under the red, lift it, take the pink out, and I'll weave it for a bit, and I will meet you here when I'm done this row around 15, okay? I finished that round of net with all pink. Now we're gonna continue working with the pink until we have 4.5 inches before we start doing the 1 by 1 rib, okay? So right now I will measure for you how much I have done so far, and that it is 3.25 inch. So you have to work until you have 4.5 inches, and 4.5 inches are 11.5 centimeters. So after that we'll work in the 1 by 1 rib and the other side to finish our piece. So now you're gonna do is just net with the pink. Here I have my 4.5 inches done. Now we're gonna work in the 1 by 1 rib. So you're gonna work until you have almost the same length as this. You have to do it 2 round short before you do the tubular bind off. So we're gonna start again with the 1 by 1 rib, and remember the net's done and the back strand and a regular purl. Net in the back and a regular purl. The way we do the twisted rib. So like that. You're gonna continue until you have almost that 1.5 inch. Remember, you have to be a little bit short because when you do those 2 round tubular bind off, it will give you that extra length or width of the rib stitch, okay? Here I've done my other side. Now you see it's still a little bit narrower than this one. It's because I had to do 2 more rounds still. That is the tubular bind off. So what you're gonna go and do in this one is you're gonna net the first one, a regular net, yarn to the front as to purl, and you're gonna pass that purl without working. Yarn to the back, regular net, yarn to the front, pass the purl without working. And by regular net, what I mean is working from the front strand like that. Pass the purl without working, yarn to the back and net, yarn to the front, pass the purl without working. Like that, you're going to continue all the way around this round. I finished that round. Now we're going to do the last one, and this time we're going to pass the net and work the purls. So yarn to the back. This is the first one is a net, and you're going to pass that net stitch like a purl stitch, like so. Yarn to the front purl, the next one. Yarn to the back, pass that net without working, but from the front strand. Yarn to the front purl, yarn to the back, pass the purl without working, yarn to the front purl, yarn to the back, pass the net without working. Like that, you're going to continue all the way until the end. After that, we're going to cut the strand of yarn long enough to cast off our stitches with our tapestry needle. We're going to start now binding off our stitches with our netting needle. So first you're going to pass the net and now the purl from the front to the inside, and you're going to pass the long strand that you cut through those 2 stitches. So in here I have a knot when I attach the 2 strands together from the other leftover yarn, so that's why it's a little bit difficult to pass it through those stitches. Now we want to work the nets, bind off the net. So you're going to look for the net in the front, the little left leg at the net. You're going to pass through that one and the one on your needle, like that, sideways. And now we want to do the purl. The purls there in the inside, the first one you bind off, you're going to find the left leg, and then from the inside, and then in here from the outside in. You always have to do this way, that way it works the way it should. Now we're going to do the same with the net in the front. First you have to remove the stitches from your needle. And now you come to the front and you're going to look for that net stitch on the front. The left leg again. You see you have the right and left. So you're going to find that leg and you're going to pass it through that one and the one on your needle. When you pull that left leg, you will be pulling the strand in between the stitches, okay? So you pass that one through, cast it off, pass the strand through, and you done that net. Now we're going to do the same with the purl. You're going to find the left leg at the purl, and when you pull that leg, you will see that you pull that one in between, that strand, and then you grab that one from the outside in and you cast it off. Now we're going to find the net in the front and always that leg. When you pull that one, you will be pulling the strand in between the stitches. That is the one that goes to the other side. And from the front, you pull it off. Now we're going to find the purl. And as you work, you will find that it gets easier because you can see the stitches much better, okay? So you pull that one. And you see it's that strand in between. That means that you grab the right stitch. So you pass through that one and again you cast it off. And like that, you're going to continue with all your stitches doing the nets and then the purls until you get to the last stitch that I will show you how you're going to close the end, okay? Once you finish all your stitches, you're gonna grab that last net that you did and you're gonna pass it with the first net that you bind off. This time in the right leg of that net. Now you're gonna do the same with the purl. That last purl that you did, you're gonna pass it through the left leg and you're gonna find the right leg at the first purl, and then you're gonna pass it through from the outside in. And then you have done your tubular cast off or bind off. Now you're gonna whip the tail inside in here and secure it really well, that way all of this work don't come undone. Now loose the rest of the tails inside and I will show you the set together. Well, this is the end result, and this is the leftover yarn that I have in here. This green one, it feels like I don't even use any, honestly. It's amazing how little material you use for this gorgeous set. I think I'm gonna use all the leftover yarn that I have like this with 3 strands to do a set. With an accent color. For example, I will use black to do the transition in between color. Maybe, let's see. So this is the tubular bind off that you did. Look how amazing that look. It gives to your piece like a round finish. I love it. I love this Rosi set. This will be a present for the granddaughter and my dear friend Maria, Nivea. I hope Nivea enjoyed this, my dear friend. Well, I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And this will be amazing for your daughter, granddaughter, your niece, friend's daughter to sell, to donate. They hardly use any material. And if you like it, give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful set and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stem and Crochet, or my Instagram, Ruby Stem and Crochet. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day.